Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate you guys being here. Please make sure you like, share, hit the bell notification button, and make sure you subscribe, okay? So happy Friday to all of you. So I'm about to go out and work in the yard. I'll put like a few clips or something up on the screen so you can see like what I've done so far, and I still have a lot to go, but I love being outside. I love working and the flowers and the grass and pulling up the weeds, because I like to take care of what we have, what God gave us, and what we work so hard to, these bills we're paying for to live here and things. So I like to keep up the house. But I wanted to talk to you guys about 3 reasons why we are pursuing early retirement, especially through dividend investing. So I know I've been getting a lot of questions about that. So I figured let me just answer it in a really conversational format. So the first reason why we're pursuing early retirement, especially through investing or passive income streams, I think it's because you just want more of your own time. This world, to me anyway, seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse as the days go on. It's just things that you think humans wouldn't be capable of doing, they turn around and do it. And so I think you just want more of your time, and we want more of our time to be controlled by us, right? Now, there's nothing wrong if you want to work to, traditional retirement age or anything like that. I think that's wonderful, especially if you find a field that you love and that you enjoy. But for my husband and myself, we want to be able to really focus our energy on what we want to do. And a lot of people in the FIRE movement aren't retired when they hit their FIRE number, but rather they are retired from working for somebody else and they can work for themselves. Mommy Trader, right? I love Mommy Trader. I love the work that I put in. I love everything that I do about it. It's a great income source for my family. I'm able to encourage and help and motivate and inspire so many people to not only start investing, but to see how investing can really open up doors for them without, a lot of the risk. And so I get a lot of fulfillment out of MT. However, MT does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that you guys don't see just by just making a video, right? But I love it. And because, sometimes your own passions take a lot of time, you can't really fully devote yourself to your passion and someone else's passion. It's just, again, we only have but so much time in a day. So my husband and I figured, you know what, every chance we get to make sure we are putting our money in places where we can buy back some of our time, that is what we're going to do. I know we like to throw around the term building wealth, but it takes sacrifice, it takes dedication, it takes money. Yes, it does take money, and it takes focus. You have to know what your goal is. And I think a lot of people who are trying to pursue FIRE really loves the FIRE part. And that's my favorite part of FIRE is FI, which is financial independence. And that's another reason why my husband and I are so dedicated to investing. You see how I talk about SCHD, right? SCHD, right, is one of my favorite dividend ETFs. Investing in that ETF is going to get us to financial independence. See, financial independence doesn't just come upon us because we want it. We have to put the tools and the steps in place to get to where we want to get to. And remember, you don't have to do it with $1 million or 2 million or 5 million. You can achieve financial independence, financial freedom with 500,000, 300,000, whatever it is, whatever your goals are. But with any goal, you have to actually put steps in place and you have to execute those goals. You can have vision all day long. You can have goals all day long. But when it comes to actually doing something about it, I think that's what we have to do. And that's what my husband and I have been doing. That's the reason why I started the YouTube channel. I was just documenting our journey. And I think the more that people have come across the channel, the more that they can resonate, not only with my husband and I and our backstory, but why we're doing this and the consistency behind it, right? I have a portfolio update coming out later next week. I do these updates every month, not just to help motivate you guys and be transparent, but the accountability part on myself. This journey is hard, is long, sometimes it can be tedious, and sometimes you can get tired of it. So accountability helps. When I can go back and look at previous videos and see where Robinhood was and where it is now, I can see that it does work. And so, financial independence or FIRE or early retirement through investing through dividends is something that I really am passionate about. I was talking to my grandmother the other day, and she's 82. And just talking with her, I realized I am 2 generations removed from the cotton fields. I had to actually think about that. I'm 2 generations removed from the cotton fields. People were still sharecropping and working in fields in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Well, guess what? My grandmother was born in the 30s. My mother was born in the 60s. I was born in the 80s. Again, 2 generations removed from the cotton fields. And so hearing her talk about her journey, and she's like, don't have any pity on yourself. Every advantage, every opportunity you have to do right, to make it better for you and then your children, you take advantage of that. And so again, the consistency with investing, the consistency with showing the dividends every single month, how much we earn, whether our accounts are up, whether our accounts are down, just really focused on that strategy because, I realized, especially after having 2 breast surgeries, I had lumps. I had 1 lump in each breast that I actually had to have removed. I cannot tell you the stress that comes upon you when the doctor say, hey, we found a lump. We need to go in, we need to take it out, we need to test it. And then on the other end, worried about being called back into work. When you should be focused on your life and recovering and getting better, you're focused and stressed on, I got to get into the office. My boss is calling me, my boss is calling me, my boss is calling me. So again, financial independence is something that's very important to me. And retiring early from working for somebody else too. Don't get me wrong there. But that freedom focus of our journey. Let me tell you, when we got that bonus a while ago, don't think that I didn't want to just go on a trip to Switzerland. I've been talking about going to Switzerland, and we were talking about going for my 40th birthday. But we could go in cash, fly first class. I mean, really ball out with the bonus. But you know what we did? We gave some, we saved some, and we invested majority of it. Literally $20,000 in this account, $10,000 in that account. I mean, it was, and again, it's about long-term. Think of the end game. What do you want? And it's like, you know what? I want to be able to work on my yard at 10 o'clock in the morning. I want to be able to go to the beach at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday if that's what I wanted to do. I want to be able to go visit my mother-in-law at noon, go to lunch with her and not have to worry about, I got to be in the office, I got to be tied down to a computer. And that's one reason why I want to really build up Mommy Traders, because I can work with Mommy Trader. I can film, I can go live, I can edit literally from anywhere in the world. When I was at FinCon last year, I went live. I made a video all from my hotel room at FinCon. So the freedom and the flexibility of it. And the reason why I talk so much about sacrifice is because somebody said, I saw the post on Instagram and said, you're going to have to work hard for something. Either you're going to work hard to come out of debt. Either you're going to work hard for somebody else's dream. Either you're going to work hard to build up your own dream, but it's going to require hard work. Just choose your hard. And I realized, you know what? It's going to be hard work, but I'd rather work hard for something that's going to benefit me and my husband and our children and our grandchildren and generations to come. And so that's one of the reasons why we are investing as much as we are for FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early. And then I think the third reason is just generational wealth. I know we throw around that term so much, generational wealth, but generational wealth is something very important. I have a special needs son. Special needs people, especially in this day and age that we're in, where social media, people like to just pick up their phone and film, people hurt or in dire situations, they just pick up and film. Well, a lot of people are in those situations, especially those who are disabled, who have special needs, is because there's nothing in place for them to say, you know what, you don't have to work as hard. Maybe just get a part-time job, because guess what? Mommy, daddy, grandpa, auntie, uncle, sister, brother have already put the money away for you, have already left the house for you, so you don't have to work as hard and put yourself in situations where, you may not feel comfortable because you have a disability, right? And so, putting those things in place for him, teaching my other 2 children the importance of sticking together. That's something else. Teaching our children, you always look out for each other. When me and daddy are gone, and I know I said me and daddy is daddy and I, but when me and your father are gone, you always look out for each other, because you only have each other. And then teach your children. Teach them everything that we're teaching you, so that this ball, can keep on rolling, and the importance of giving back and really helping others to see the light. That's another reason why I started YouTube. I have been in so many questions about dividend investing, dividend investing. Warren Buffett gets a lot of dividends and all of this. And how do you start? And I realize is that people want to see something very simply, very easy. They want to see what you're doing so that they can at least get motivated to start on their own journey. That's why I show the accounts. I'm putting myself out there. And again, it's our journey and it's our money. But I figure if I show the account, then you can see, you know what? It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated or risky. I can invest in good and safe, companies and funds and live the rest of my life. And keep in mind, you can also have fun while on this journey. Yes, even with the sacrifice. Yes, with hard work, but I budget for that. I budget vacations. I budget date nights. But when we get extra money, like a bonus, a tax refund, that always goes towards something that could move us forward in the future. So a lot of you who want to kind of catch up, those are great ways to do that. Okay. Don't be afraid to switch career fields. Don't be afraid to network. Okay. Because guess what? To a lot of companies, you are just a line item on a spreadsheet. If they need to save money, they cut you. It doesn't matter if you go to all the office happy hours and, you do your work well. At the end of the day, we're just a line item in a spreadsheet. And when it's time for them to save money or to kind of simmer down on resources, we're the first ones to go. So it's really, really important to make sure we're putting ourselves in the best position possible to achieve whatever we want to do. So yeah, that's why we are investing so heavily. Those are the three main reasons why we are dividend investing for early retirement, while we are even pursuing early retirement, because early retirement and financial independence is like, I can't, again, I'm 2 generations removed from sharecroppers. 2. My grandmother, I'm fortunate enough to have her alive. And that's another tip. Talk to a lot of your older folks. I mean, if you need some motivation, if you need that fire, talk to some of them. Because my grandma would straight up and tell me, look, all day. My husband's grandmother too, she's still alive. She's going to be 84 next month. Sun up, sundown, working in the fields. Did that so that you guys can have an opportunity. So take advantage of it. And so that's why I'm here is so that I can show you guys I'm taking advantage of every opportunity. Small amounts investing, saving, getting out of debt, doing what I can to make sure that I'm being a good steward over my finances, and hopefully motivating all of you as well. So that's our Friday, finance talk, finance chat. Make sure you follow me if you haven't already. I will be having our investing study group this Sunday. So if you are late to investing for retirement, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you want to know strategies, you want to know calculators, you want to know which accounts you should prioritize, you want to know why 401ks were invented in the first place, Roths, things like that. You are not going to want to miss the study group. Information for that is down below. And thank you to all of you who have signed up. I am working on the study groups for the summer. Some really good topics coming, so make sure you stay tuned. And I have a podcast premiering tomorrow over on my podcast channel. We got some good stuff going on over there, so make sure you follow me there as well. Hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to get on outside, work in my yard, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye for now.